zoom. Camera A. Okay. I think something like this will be okay. A couple things. Okie dokie. I'm not really sure. I think we got to do a couple of things. the hardest clay. Oh, I can do that thing for you. This clay is so hard. Okay. It's probably not going to be perfect because this clay is on a hardness scale. Like, this clay, I would say, is ready to trim. That's how hard this clay is. So, it might work a little bit differently than intended. Would you bring it out? So you want to make sure you bring this up a little bit more. Okay. You see how I'm pinching right here? And eventually, that was a bad example. But you can get the idea. I mean, I might need it to be a little bit drier. Oh, it's clay. But you need to have it have like a little, like a freaking pop up here, right? And then, again, you bring that out. And this is where you can decide what you want the side of the handle to look like. So say you want it to be like one of those like weird normal strap handles. It works way better too. If it's a little bit softer clay. See? So you have a nice little strap. And you can use that as a handle, right? It's way easier with softer clay. So there you go. There's that little way to make little strap handles. I have to do my hair, it's getting in the clay. Sometimes I have some hair that is like broken. And so it's like way shorter than the rest of it. It's usually not a problem, but in this instance it is. These pants are terrible too. So I'm doing this with my reclaim too. So this is my reclaim clay. I lick it way too hard, but that's okay. Shelf. 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 Oh, I don't even have that thing. Shelf? See, I started setting them over there. Close in. I gotta make these a little bit smaller, I think. little bit better. Finger's acting up again. I hate when my finger gets, it's almost like it's just is done working for me. He quit his job being my finger. I guess I'll just start using my middle finger until that one's broken, and then I'll use a different finger. It's like my hand is like a cat with 9 lives, but it has 10 lives. I guess you wouldn't use your thumb, so it actually has 8 lives. I sound like I need some Girl Scout cookies. What does that even mean? How does someone sound? I sound hungry? How does one sound hungry? I gotta get in the habit of using that middle finger instead of that pointer finger there. We have a starting point. Hard clay, bad pants, bad finger. Figured Girl Scout cookies would brighten the situation. I feel like I think playing video games would lighten the situation, brighten my situation. I feel like whenever I eat those Girl Scout cookies, they make me feel so terrible afterwards. Girl Scout cookies make me feel weak. Make me feel weak. Ice cream also makes me feel weak. You learned something there. It needs the weight of the clay. Did you see how, like, once I lifted that little thing, it stopped, went in a fold? It's okay. I get something kind of cool there too. Minecraft is freaking awesome. Sorry that you have the flu. I feel like a lot of people are getting sick right now. Being sick sucks. But it's a good test, right? What can you do while you're like fully sick and your body is like telling you to sit down? Like, what can you muster out of yourself, you know? But said I'm curious which video games I play. I've been desperately searching for new ones. I've been trying to get through the Baldur's Gate 3 thing, but that's difficult. I feel like, you know, it's a hard game to get through. It's kind of exhausting, and I feel like the development of your character doesn't happen really quick, right? It feels so slow, and that's kind of difficult for me to get through. And I also don't like games with like dialogue, you know. But I've been trying to get through that, but I wouldn't really say that's a game I like. I like there's a game called RimWorld. That's one of my favorite games. It's kind of like a sandbox game, kind of like Minecraft, but instead of you building everything, you control like these little colonists. They're kind of like ants, and they do everything, and you just manage their schedule, and you can direct them, but they do the work, right? So it's a lot of like micromanaging things, and I really like that game. Yeah, I would say really that's probably my favorite. I don't know. I would say any games with my friends, but I haven't really been playing with my friends at all recently. I feel like it's always around this time in winter where I just stop hanging out or playing games with my friends. If If you want a quick game, I think there's a game, it's called, I think it's called Tiny Folks, right? It's a small game. You can beat the game in like 3 hours. But, man, I just really, really enjoy that game. It's like, I realize that I don't like games that take me a long time to complete. Either like games that are endless and there's no finish line, or I like games that have a finish line but it's in like 3-hour games, right? I think as I've been getting older, it's harder for me to get like invested into a game. And I feel like most of the times I just feel like kind of pissed off with myself that I wasted that much time usually. Yeah, I don't know what games. QNI. Quinny. What about you, Quinny? Learning to throw pots likes Minecraft and chicken soup. Oh, wait, Minecraft is the chicken soup of video games. Okay. But what games are you into? CJ's, you've never played a video game? Oh, I'm so jealous. I feel like that's pretty cool. I wish in my life I would have never picked up a video game. CJ, by nature of not playing video games, you are probably the most productive one here. I guess it's all about how much you play, but I don't know. I've never owned a cell phone. That's epic. I feel like that's even cooler. I wish I never had an email. I wish I never had a cell phone. I wish I never played games. I wish I didn't go to school. I wish I did more electrical. I knew more stuff about electrical stuff. Close sounds like CUNY. I've been into horror survival games recently. Been playing a lot of Sons of the Forest. Oh no. That's an intense one. If you like those sort of games, you should look up a game called Project Zomboid. I feel like that's a really good game. If you like zombies. I know the cannibals on that game are different than zombies, but they feel similar to me. If you got a group of friends playing, like, Lethal Company is always fun. There's a lot of Lethal Company clones that are pretty good too. Tia says, "But I watch Pottery on my iPad. I have no TV." That's the way to go. Project Zomboid is so intense. I couldn't play it because I'm too jumpy. That's valid. There's actually, like, when you like break into like one of the houses and you open up a closet and you're not expecting it, or like you kind of get in the zone where you're just like mindlessly looting. and then all of a sudden, like a zombie pops out. Stuff can be pretty intense. These are all, a lot of these are starting to look similar, so we gotta start changing up how we're doing these. I think we gotta start like undulating our tool as we're pulling these off, right? I refuse to play Subnautica just because I'm terrified of the ocean, and so I think like I couldn't play it. But that's an old game. I know they have a lot of updates on it since like when it first came out, but I feel like it came out like at least 8+ years ago, maybe. I feel like whenever I think I want to play Raft, or if I ever wanted to play Raft, I just log into, I have Don't Starve and Don't Starve Together. They have the Shipwrecked DLC. That gets my island looting, base building fixing. Scared to go too deep. That's valid. I've seen some like clips of it and I'm just like, yeah, right. I'd rather pass. Clay is hard, but making nice ribbons. That is true. That's why I kind of wanted to use this hard reclaim. Well, first, my hard reclaim is only really good for whistles and being the little attachments that you put on the bottom of your pots, and the like handle making, right? Just because it's so stiff, kind of holds its shape a little bit more, and it doesn't like to fold as easy. We'll flare this out quite a bit. Finger again. Walk this over here. Oh, you know what is a really good survival game though? If you guys have never played Valheim, oh my gosh. I feel like you can only play it once and have fun. But the one time you play it is going to be like 100 hours. side ripple there, right? It's H-E-I-M, I think. But you have to play with friends if you're gonna do it. You gotta play with friends. If you don't play with friends, I feel like it's not a good solo game. But there's something that's really fun about going into like a wooded area and then like actually seeing all these trees fall and then building a little house and then like your food basically is the thing that increases your health, your stamina, and everything, right? So it's just really cool. Is there matchmaking? No, but you could probably find like a group online who would probably want to play. But sailing is really fun. Oh my gosh. And like sometimes like when you're sailing, especially early on, you can run into these. I'm not gonna ruin it actually. Just know sailing is freaking so much fun. Like it's probably like the best sailing I've ever seen in a video game. It's not like it's like true to like how it actually is. It's just fun. Like I actually feel like it's fun. And you get like your base can get invaded too, so it's almost like a tower defense game too. Also, my wizard hat that I'm making is in the works. I gotta do a couple more things, and I think it'll be done. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just trying different techniques or like different ways I can like remove the material and see if that changes anything, right? You can also, like if this clay was just a tad softer, I think I'd do a couple more things, right? Like you can do a split rim. Technique too. So watch me split this rim. shelf. Close in. I like the bacon-like quality of this one. A bit longer. like an ear. Here it is. Flower. These are kind of, I feel like these aren't like the full flower. Like the full flowers, I throw them off the hump. These are kind of like, I don't even know what I'd call them. Just not the full flower, you know? Weird, this one's a little weird, but I like them. So those would be like little knobs. Alright guys, that's it. Close in. Oh wait, no. Shelf. Shelf. Little batch. So we got, this will probably do 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53. 53. And that's me kind of imagining that I'm cutting some of them in half because some of them are a little bit too long. So we'll get as far as we can with these ones, and then what we'll do after that is we will put them on, and then we'll make more after we put these ones on. Sweet. All right. Thanks guys for watching, and that's all for me. Peace.